This is To the Points with Jerry Azuma, and I have several bets based on my NFL primetime matchup preview. All right, guys, Thursday night football. The Philadelphia Eagles take a visit to New York to see the Giants. Philly is favored by 7.5 points. The live total is currently at 40.5 points. Now, the defending Super Bowl champions ran into a very determined Broncos team that handed them their very first loss of the season. The Broncos overcame a 14-point deficit and shut down the Eagles' offensive bread and butter, securing their signature win on the road. Now, the G-men did not look so hot on the road against the Saints, who held them to just 14 points. The glaring issue was that the G-men's inability to protect the ball with 5 turnovers. Dart had 3 on his own, and we all know it's impossible to win in the NFL if you do that. Now, let's get right to the points. Denver was able to put some things together to limit the Eagles to just 17 points. They managed to put Saquon Barkley in check, holding him to 6 carries for 30 yards. The Eagles have not been able to get their running game going. They've been looking very mediocre over the past couple of weeks, rushing for less than 50 yards in each of their last 3 games. This is very disappointing considering the fact that this team is built to run the football. Now, Hurts, he has not been able to run the ball effectively either. It feels like things are slipping on the offensive line. But if there was ever a time to rebound, it would be tonight. Now, even though the Giants' rush defense showed up to limit the Saints to just 2.9 yards a carry last week, they haven't been successful weeks before, and the Eagles know this. Philly is built to run the football, like I said before. Even though they haven't run the ball well, they will look to rebound and get back on track. Now, I have Saquon Barkley having a very productive evening against his former team. Put some change on him going over 2.5 receptions, an anytime touchdown, and over 53.5 rushing yards. In the end, the Eagles have been the most inconsistent that I've seen in quite some time, but they're not short of playmakers, and they can be highly explosive. The G-men are in a tough spot right now. Dart has some hammy issues. The defense is not great at pressuring or minimizing the run. The secondary has some matchup issues. There is no real offensive identity, especially with their number 1 wide receiver out. They're reckless with the ball. Yeah, I expect the Eagles to go off and dominate tonight. Put some change on the Eagles covering the spread and coast into a big victory. All right, guys, this has been To the Points with Jerry Azuma. Make sure to like and follow, and thanks again for listening.